As you can see, in my little escapade of collecting these fake knockoff Lego figures, I've ended up with a ton of these spare and extra parts from random builds and things that came with, and they're cool and all. I build them, but they're just useless. Like, look at this. What is this supposed to be? And I want to make some vehicles for either my separatist or clone Star Wars armies to use. To begin with, I've got to deconstruct them, then I guess build it. So I will do a little time lapse of deconstructing and then talk about it and then build it. So as you can see here, I've taken apart some of the builds. I've kept some things in pieces, things that I believe I could use for the actual building. Right, and the first build we have here is a little magenta, white and black speeder bike. I based it off of this speeder that came with the recent clone battle pack. The main difference is these guns in the back instead, because they had no leftover guns. I've just added little ballpoint turrets, which you'll see is a common theme throughout the builds, since I want to add gun points, but of course I have no leftover guns, so they still look really cool. So, taking a look at this build, I've gone for a mix of a pod racer with these energy pieces almost, and a heavy front bit, which is much longer. Got this triangle piece, it goes into the seating area. Now, I haven't been able to decide whether to have two clones driving this, like this, having the separating piece in the middle, because it does create for a very tight fit for the clones, since they're only one block apart. However, I can just move this piece back if I wanted to. Of course, it's not going to work when I want to, but if I want to move it back there, I could, and have this guy sitting down. But I'm very happy how the speeder turned out. Yes, the color is a bit odd. I wouldn't expect Lego Star Wars to make something like this, but the purple Galactic Marines, for example, would fit in really well here. The build is fully 360, symmetrical on both sides, like you can see there. Handle with a little energy reader, little location map, and yeah, I'm very happy with how it turned out. For the first build, it turned out very well, and we'll go on to the next one. And next up, this build is a bit tall, so it might be a bit hard to fit in frame. Let me try and fix that, but it's a little ATRT, I think that's what they're called. It basically just the clones stand in it like this and can control it and walk around terrain, I guess. Once again, these little turrets here, I actually kind of they look really nice here. I don't know how what other pieces you could have used for weapons on this, but yeah. Very heavy on the bottom, like you see here, just so it has weight to not fall over. A little bit of a red gold design. Would imagine someone like the Coruscant Guard using this. I don't know where in Coruscant they'll be using this, but the colors fitted. The back is a bit under detailed, I'll be honest, but I couldn't really figure out what else to add to it. These little energy dishes on the back of the feet, no real point of them. I just thought that would look nice. Little hologram thing at the top there again. Little controllers. Plenty of room for the clone to sit. And looking at things online, they have like sticks poking at the top, so it's hard to make them purple. Some sort of energy source at the top there. They're very posable, like you can see here. Yes, a little bit flimsy, but it's honestly perfect. I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's a bit hard trying to make the connection points as there are 4 separate connecting pieces, but it turned out very well, which I'm very surprised in. Just trying to get in a good position, but yeah, very opposable. And the final and biggest build of the video, we have the Swamp Speeder, or Land Speeder. Swamp Speeder, I'm pretty sure it's called. It was very hard to get around a design because I didn't have any round pieces like the Ahsoka Battle Pack uses, for example. But I tried my best with what I had. I'm very happy I got this little stick pit. I was stressing over how I was going to do it, but it turned out to be much easier than I expected. This fan bit, it's the worst part of the build. I just had no other way to do it. Little turrets at the start here. I've added a lot of detail onto the sides, which isn't exactly accurate. I just thought it will need some because it's a bit open. The clones can actually fit in this very easily just by popping them in here, and they can do a full swivel around, I guess, because it's only got one attachment point like there. Okay, very flimsy, like I said, but that doesn't matter because they're mostly collection pieces for just my clone army. And they both fit in there very well, like it's supposed to, 2 clones. There is no driving wheel, but I thought it's not necessary. Add details to build up around this. This can be lifted up just because there's no connection point. I feel like that's fine. No real need for it. And yeah, there is one more thing I have, a little clip point, which the other builds didn't really have, which I know Lego would include, but this one does, and it has a little gun point where you can attach your clone troopers' guns. Right, now that I've got all the builds done, I've noticed I actually have a ton of leftover pieces, at least enough to build 2 more vehicles. So if you guys want to see part 2, please tell me in the comments. But besides that, I'm actually extremely happy with how it's turned out. I've never built something of Lego in a long time, since I was a kid probably. So I'm surprised I was able to build these working pieces without any need of a tutorial or anything, just leftover pieces I could find, which you can kind of tell by the random scattered parts, the miscoloredness, but very happy, and these will add to my clone army. Just some free builds, I guess, which go to different legions. Like I reckon this one would match Commander Bly in the 327th pretty well. While they never really use a Swamp Speeder, it works. Same as this Keanu Mundy's Galactic Marines, they could suit this, and the Coruscant Guard. While I don't think any of these legions would have actually drove these vehicles, I think they look pretty cool and pretty neat. Anyways, thanks for watching, and the Wolfpack review is coming very soon, so look out for that.